we come across a rebel automated scout ship pursuing a civilian ship. Weapons engaged. Let's aid the civilians. We power up our weapons and engage the automated ship. Well, now we've got the capability to prevent any attacks from actually breaking through our shield here. So I'm really not going to care very much about this situation. In fact, I probably should not even do this. I just kind of wasted that. But what I should do is I should allow my crew members to get experienced. You know, they need to solve this mystery of how these weapons can't really harm us whatsoever. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. The only problem is we don't have anyone in our shields currently. Perhaps I could go put Scooby over in the shields just so he gets a little bit of knowledge on the shields there. And then everyone else can get evasion knowledge. I don't think our drone shoots fast enough to actually get through the shields, which means that this can go on pretty much forever, or at least until the drone somehow manages to shoot just fast enough to get through the shields. Either way, we're in a pretty good situation here, where we can't die. And I like it. It's a great situation. So we'll be back later. So I ended up deciding to actually waste that one drone part just because of the fact that I could actually upgrade all of us on weapons as well. So everyone is fully upgraded now on pretty much everything that we can do with the ship, except for repairs and fighting, but I'm sure we'll get some of that later on. Now, let's go ahead and turn down one of these engines and turn back on our anti-ship drone so we can finish this dude off. But at the very least, we now have a very good crew, I would say, that will hopefully allow us to survive a little bit longer. I don't know. It is the mystery crew, so who knows if they'll actually survive long out in the stars, but we did get that drone part back that I lost, and let's see if we can contact this civilian ship, which I would imagine if it really took as long as I took to get this far, they've probably flown away by now. This sector has become increasingly dangerous. Somehow they're still here. For friends of the Federation, I think my crew can patch up some of your hull damage as thanks. Hey, well, that's cool. We didn't really get too many repairs when we were over at the shop, but now we got some repairs from those guys, which is pretty awesome. All right, let's head to the exit and move along out of here. I think as far as things go, we're doing pretty okay. Scanners are showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database. Well, let's investigate and probably lose one of our crew members. Alright, we land a small shuttle in an enormous field whose only occupants are small, brightly colored, six-legged, horse-like animals. Could they be what our scans picked up? Let's try to communicate with them peacefully. None of our attempts to communicate seem to work. They just stare at us silently. As we prepare to leave, one of the creatures canters forward and forcefully nudges us away from the ship. He seems to want us to follow him. Eventually, the creature guides us to an old NG ship's crash site. Inside, we're able to find and reactivate an NG, which means we've actually got another crew member now, as well as we found a drone part and some scrap and fuel. Awesome! We have Vivi here. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and put Scooby over on the shields, and instead he'll be huddling in a corner trying to keep himself safe, while Vivi here will take over the weapons, because the weapons are very easy to build up for any character whatsoever. So I think that that's a good switch off there. Not bad. Let's see what we got going on. I don't have enough for doing any power just now. I do have enough to upgrade the engines, but that's not going to be helpful without the power. I think we're going to leave things for now. 19's not that much. Let's see what we got going on. Wow, we got a lot of hostile sectors. We've got a few sectors out there that aren't so hostile, but they're mostly nebulas, so not many civilian sectors out there. This should be an interesting trip. One way or another, we're going to end up encountering plenty of hostile sectors along the way. Go through a Zoltan or go through Rebel. Rebel's not exactly something I want to deal with, considering that most of them will probably try to help get some people after us. But on the other hand, the Zoltan sector really doesn't help us all that much. I think I'm going to go for the Zoltan sector anyway, because then at the very least I can check out what these hostile sectors are here, and then if I go down here, then I can check out a nebula and a hostile sector instead of a civilian in a hostile sector, because most of the stuff that I'm interested in is not in civilian sectors at the moment, so I will guide my ship towards other things. And as we enter Zoltan territory, we are apparently in a nebula. This isn't supposed to be a nebula, what the hell? Okay, so half of it is covered by a nebula. Well, more like 1/4, I guess, but still. That is quite a bit to be covered in nebula for a sector that's not supposed to be a nebula. Oh well. Let's get out into it and see what we can find. With the sensors down, we spend a good deal of time staring out the window. It is, we must admit, rather beautiful here. Well, no matter how beautiful it is, it's not really helpful. There's a store there. Maybe if we hit up these beacons, we can get enough scrap to make that store worthwhile. At least that's the hope. A message broadcast from a nearby planet announces the presence of an ancient Zoltan monastery available for visiting. Likely just a tourist trap, but still too bad we don't have time to take a visit. Well, that's fine. I would like something to appear so we can actually get something. We receive a message. This area is off limits. Submit your ship to processing. It's only one guard ship and a lonely beacon. We decide to fight our way out. Seriously? Okay, whatever. Looks like he's got a possible missile there and lasers, so the missile will be able to get through. But hopefully it will miss us for the most part. Oh, he had another weapon that was hidden behind his back there. Alright, well, we'll start working down his Zoltan shield and hopefully get to him before he does too much damage to us. At the very least, we've got plenty of people helping us to get missed, so I'm happy with that. And we're already starting to do some damage to this guy. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch to the weapons real quick and hopefully take some of those down. Yeah, there we go. That is most certainly what I was hoping to see. Alright, at the very least their weapons are down. We're doing okay. Okay, weapons are not down, but they're gone, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we got a drone part back and plenty of scrap. Not as much scrap as I would like, but at the very least we're starting to get some scrap that we can spend at the store. We've arrived at a Zoltan research facility. They say they're researching genetic disorder due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. Too bad we don't have a stasis pod. Let's participate in their study, because there is the rare chance that we will actually get something good out of this. Of course, usually it ends up being some sort of trap, in my opinion, but, you know, whatever. Let's find out. Our crew calmly lines up for the Zoltans to take readings, and after a short time, the process is done. Hey, we got the good one. They contact us. Thank you for your participation in the study. Please accept these small cakes made from stiff dough, as well as some scrap. Cakes from stiff dough. Sounds tasty. Alright, let's see what we got going on at the store. We don't have very much in the way of scrap, but at the very least, we can check out the store and hope for something good. Mantis crew is hunkered down in the abdomen of a long-dead space whale. What do they have for us? Oh, they've got some drone stuff. We could get a drone recovery arm, which would allow us to get all of our drones back over time. Of course, that would be the only thing that we could get from this situation. We could also get an anti-personnel drone, which would be kind of nice to help kill any intruders that get on the ship, and we all know that intruders, when you've got NGs, is not a good thing. Another thing we could get is a beam weapon. The problem with either of these is that they're going to cost 2 power to even bring up, and without the anti-ship drone, we're not actually doing any forward damage. So, in all honesty, these aren't particularly good things for me to find right now. If I had more scrap, I would definitely go to grab some of these things, but they're just not worth it right now. The cooldown between weapon shots being improved by 15% is probably not going to change our ion blast very much. Maybe it'll bring it down to 3 seconds, if it isn't already 3 seconds, considering we've probably got someone who's building up very quickly towards being a weapons master. And there's just nothing else that I can really sell off to make any scrap from this. Honestly, there's nothing really here that I'm interested in. That's kind of crappy. I suppose I could get some missiles. Those might be nice, but yeah, I don't know. I would like to get at least one more fuel. Make sure that we have at least 12. Seems good. I guess I'll start getting a few missiles, because that small bomb could very well come in handy at some point. But for now, I think we'll go ahead and save on our scrap just in case, because there could very well be something else out there that we want to get. Let's hope this distress beacon is something helpful. Alright, we have found a civilian ship, and they're apparently out of fuel. We can give them 2 fuel so they can get out of here. Sure, let's give them 2 fuel and hope for something good in return. Alright, what are you gonna give us? Thank you so much. We don't have much to offer, but have a look at the sector scans we took. Our map has been updated. Okay. Well, that's not particularly helpful. It would be helpful if we were still going through here, because the ion storm, that wouldn't be something I would want to run into, but this other store over here I probably can't get anything out of, considering I don't have much left. But you know what, let's fly to the store and see what we can find here anyhow. A human ship hails us. My friends, please, there is nothing we don't have, and there is nothing worth wanting that I can't get. Too bad we can't stick around for this guy to get us whatever we want, but we'll just have to see what he's got. He's got a hull repair drone. That would be a nice drone to have in the long run. That could be something worth trying to sell stuff off for. Currently, the NG Medbot dispersal is not particularly helpful because it's not doing anything for us, but that's not going to get us enough scrap. Yeah, without selling a lot of our stuff, we just don't have enough scrap because I bought those missiles up. Well, yeah, there's basically no way to go back to this store without wasting some fuel. Alright, well, I'm gonna go through here, see what we get. I guess I'm passing that hull repair drone up. We receive a transmission. Sorry, sir, this is nothing personal, but we're under orders. The rebels' ship goes weapons hot. Alright. This guy has some serious weaponry. Hopefully it doesn't destroy us miserably. Gotta get those weapons down as quickly as possible. And... ooh. Took a little bit of a hit there. And that did take down our drone. I was hoping that it would actually stay up. I wasn't paying attention to the fact that it was all of our drone. That's kind of painful.